Did you know that emotions are literally contagious? Not just figuratively, but they're actually contagious in four key ways. So, the first one, which you've likely experienced, is through physical means. So, when someone smiles at you, it's quite natural to have the urge to smile back. Or if someone yawns at you, or even I find saying the word yawn, it's quite common that you will feel like yawning yourself. Of course, people's emotions also come out through their body language. So you may notice that someone is sitting in a way that seems very relaxed, or perhaps if they're crossing their arms and their shoulders are quite high, they can look really stressed. Secondly, emotions can be contagious verbally. So this is the tone of voice, the volume, and the words that they use. And the words that people use or that you are reading, so even reading different things, can actually mean you pick up some of the emotions that that person has been feeling. So for example, in 2014, Kramer found that the emotional state of people who were reading product reviews, so these are relatively practical things, actually changed simply from reading the product reviews. The fourth key way that emotions are contagious is actually chemically, in the air, particularly when someone is very stressed, and if that person is very close to you or is very influential in your life. So they might be a partner, or in the workplace they might be your boss or somebody that has influence over you. When they're stressed, their cortisol levels rise. And cortisol is actually released into the air when you sweat. So that cortisol is then increasing your cortisol levels, which is likely to be increasing your heart rate slightly, your blood pressure, and reducing other elements of your nervous system. Now, this is an adaptive response. It has actually evolved to be something where your body is trying to help you, because stress is often a perception of threat. And so you're getting ready to fight or flee that threat. Except, of course, in our current world, stress is not necessarily something that needs to be fought physically, and it's a perception. So it may or may not be something that you need to be stressed about. So what can you do to reduce the chance of what they call emotional contagion? One of the key ways is actually to shift your mindset about stress. So Dr. Alia Crum has done some fantastic research, which I will link to, which shows that shifting your mindset about stress and the impacts of stress to focus on the benefits can actually have a really significant impact to how you experience stress, because there are multiple positive benefits. You can also look at mindfulness practices and ways that you can manage your emotional response in the moment, things like breathing, meditating, and some other practices which I'll link to. But I'd encourage you to really look into Dr. Alia Crum's research and to consider, how am I potentially impacting the emotions of people around me?